Hi, and welcome to this overview of the Revizzit Affiliate Network Affiliate Panel. Now, you'll notice the Affiliate Panel is very similar to a desktop, particularly a Windows desktop, like you would find on a computer screen. Basically, there's a desktop area here. We have a dock down below. We have a sidebar over here, and we have a Start button with our Start menu. So I'm going to go over each of these areas and kind of show you what you can do with this. The first thing I want to show you is how it works. So if I was to choose, for example, one of these choices in the menu, you'll see that it opens up in a window inside this desktop area. And you can move the window around, or you can grab any one of the edges or the corner, and you can resize it how you like. And there's a couple of ways to close it. You can close it using this X button right up here in the corner. Or you'll also notice that the window that you have active is up here in this taskbar. And if you choose this X as well, it will close it there. Okay, so either of those ways work. And the other thing that I wanted to show you is this. If you were to open up, say for example, this area here, which is a drop down, it has some more choices in it. And let's open up banners and links. So this is an area you're going to be using quite often as you become more familiar with the program. And I'm going to resize it just a little bit here. So resize it down a little bit. You see it has a scroll bar on the side and all your information. If this is something you're going to come to all the time, you may not want to go through clicking on Start and then clicking on Promotion to open this up and then clicking on Banners and Links. If you're using it all the time, you might want to just jump straight to Banners and Links. And here's how you do that. Anytime you see a little icon up in the corner of a window, that's something you can actually, and if you hover over it, it tells you drag this icon to the quick launch. That's your dock area down below. So you can just click and drag that image and set it right here. And now you'll see that you have added something to your dock. So when we close this and we come in next time, it saves it for you, and you just have to click on that and it opens it right up. So you can put as many things as you want into the dock for quick access. Now another thing is, once you start to get several windows open at a time, so for example if I click on campaigns now, and then from there I click on the link protector area, you see we start to get a lot of things kind of in our way here and stuff like that. One of the things you can do is down in your dock, which is being blocked right now by this, so I'm going to move that up just a little bit. You can come here and choose Show Desktop, and it basically shrinks everything up to the taskbar. So when it starts to get cluttered, that's a nice way to kind of clean everything up and then go back to just the one thing you're working on. Okay, let's take a look at the next thing here. We're going to go ahead and close all of these out, and we'll talk a little bit more about what's on this menu here. We also have a home screen here. And this gives you a kind of a quick overview of what your stats are for the day and the month. And anytime you want, you can always click on this refresh arrow. It's on a lot of the screens, and when you click on it, it updates the information. So whenever you see that, you can just hit, and there's one right up here as well, you can just hit that and it updates the information. If you choose to log out by clicking on this button, you'll need to log in with your username and password again the next time you come to the site. If you don't choose to log out and you come directly to the URL, usually it usually logs you straight in and remembers you. So depending on whether you're using a computer that other people have access to, that would probably determine whether or not you want to log out every time. Okay, let's take a look over on this side. Now on this side we have a sidebar area. And the sidebar here, you can see that you can also grab the sidebar and change how big it is, although that doesn't really serve much of a purpose for our use. But this widget up here is kind of interesting. This is your total commissions you've earned since you've been in the program. And it's just kind of nice to always be able to see where you're at and how much you've earned. So coming across the top here, you see as I hover over it, it sort of gives you some more options. One of them is to click this little circular arrow, and that refreshes it. So if it had an update, it would have updated just then. Another one is the clock button here. If I click on that, you'll see I have a choice of setting this to automatically update at set intervals. Okay, so if you want to set it to every 10 minutes it updates, you can just choose the 10, and now it's set. And finally, you can close it by choosing the X. Now this one here, it chooses close or edit. Edit actually doesn't do much except change the name of it. If you type something new in between the pound symbols, like if I was to put lifetime, so that I remember these are my lifetime earnings, and hit save, you'll see that it becomes, the widget's now called lifetime up here. Okay, so it doesn't change this one, it changes this one up here. Finally, you can choose the X and just close it out altogether. And if you don't want to use it, you can just drag this out of your way. Okay, and then if you want to bring it back, just come to the edge and drag it over. The one thing you don't want to do is choose this one. This is the automatic slider. For some reason, this is a little buggy, and currently that's not working very good, so I'd stay away from that. The other thing you can do is choose this plus symbol up here in the corner, which says Add Gadget. And when you choose that, you can see that you have this one's application specific, which means things that actually refer to the Revizzit affiliate network. And there's only one of those, which is the payout one, which we had previously. And if you choose Add Gadget, you can also find there's all kinds of things in here. Some of these I've found to be kind of dated. This is all kind of built into the software. There's 9,171 under News, for example. And so if I was to choose BBC News, let's just go ahead and take a look and see if it works. Some of these work, some of these don't. You can test them out and see. So this is like an RSS feed. Doesn't seem to be working here. Another thing you can do is you can always click and drag these out wherever you want on your desktop. So if you want to do that as well, and you can resize them. So if this had a news feed in it, you might want to change the position on that. Okay, so that one again looks like a broken link. I'm guessing is probably not going to be a very updated list here. We didn't provide this; it was just something that came with the program. But you feel free to go through and check it, and you can also add your own feed, and that's the one I wanted to show you. You can just put in a RSS feed right here, or some other kind of gadget URL, and it'll show it up there. So that's kind of a nice way to get updates on blogs or other things that you're interested in. Okay, so that pretty much covers the interface itself. In the next video, we'll go into the specific details of how to use the Revizzit affiliate network.